Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Path of Exile 2 video here today. Making this video in response to Kripp on the quote-unquote armor problem in PoE 2. And just a little backstory, so I'm a huge fan of Kripp. I used to watch his videos all the time when I first got into PoE 1, because he had just like really good high-level information breakdown of mechanics in the game in a way that I could understand. So huge fan of Kripp, and definitely like any PoE2 video he puts out, I'm gonna watch because it's gonna have good information in it, and it's gonna be like mechanically accurate. But with that said and that out of the way, first off, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, really appreciate it, helps me out. So I just wanted to take a second and just show you my character, because I've been basically playing a strength Titan Giant's Blood build, and I have around 9,500 armor before buffs. Once I get full stacks of oh geez, what's it called? Scavenged plating, I have around 14 or 15k, 13k, somewhere in there. I'm currently in tier 10 maps, and maybe my experience is a little different because I do have 50%. Well, I have glancing blows, so I have max block percent. And so the hits I'm taking are already, the majority of them, like halved. So it does make my armor a lot more effective. But I just wanted to go ahead and just show you here real quick. We're doing a tier 10 map. Here's the modifiers. I think there's a boss in this map. I think there's an expedition and a mirror of delirium. So we're gonna go ahead and run this map. Just I don't really take much damage. And I do have like all maxed elemental resist, 0 chaos resist, 3600 life. Like I said, once I get my stacks of scavenged plating, around 1300, 13k, 14k armor. Most of the damage I take is when there is like chaos damage, just because I do have like the 0 chaos resist. And like I can't really speak to like what it looks like for a high energy shield evasion character, because that kind of seems to be what everyone is comparing like the armor builds to at the moment. And I saw like a comment in his video, just someone else basically saying they had a build very similar to the one I'm playing, and they're just like, oh, I'm getting like one shot instantly in tier 4 maps. So that was kind of what spurred me to make this response, because I mean, I personally would have no issue if they buff armor, because it's only going to help me. So like, please, GGG, buff armor. Like, go right ahead and buff armor. This is in no way like trying to deter GGG from doing that, but I also just want to give you like a visual, to kind of, if you're considering playing an armor character or like a Titan character, like I don't want people to just think that it's absolutely awful. I mean, I am kind of curious, like I'm gonna have to at some point, like I'll make a monk, and maybe it's just like so much better that I just don't even know. But if you guys are currently playing one and you're around like, I'm level 81, about to hit 82, doing like level 74 tier 10 map at the moment. This was a rare map, by the way, so like there's more mods on it than and personally, like, I just don't really notice myself taking a lot of damage. I don't hardly ever use the dodge roll. I really never use like the active block. Maybe if I was using like WASD or a keyboard, I would. Or sorry, a controller, because it might be a little bit easier. It might be a little bit easier to use the active block and move, but like when you're playing it on mouse, like you can kind of click the direction you want to walk, but you like lower your shield every time you change the direction. And with my high block rate, like I'm just not really taking damage, so I don't really worry about it. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh. I mean, like, as long as it's not chaos damage, I'm not really, like, worried about it. So, I mean, I don't know how much more survivable the... And maybe it gets a lot worse, like, in the beyond tier 10 maps. I just really don't know. We'll go ahead and run the rest of this. But yeah, I mean, like, until I start taking chaos damage, and even then, like, with my 0 chaos resist, like, it's mostly manageable because of, like, the way block works. If anything kills me, though, I do think it will be chaos resist.
You won't escape.
Oh, like, you see that? Like, it does quite a bit there when I get hit with one of those. For the most part, like, they're kind of telegraphed, and I can avoid them. But, like, I do plan on, you know, what my plan is right now is to socket the helm and the boots with the soul core of Takati, so that'll give me another 14% chaos resist, and then I plan to upgrade my gloves and, you know, shoot for around like 25 plus chaos resist on the gloves, and then socket another soul core of Takati on there, and that'll give me around, you know, like 40 to 50 chaos resist. I think I'll be sitting pretty like cozy at that point. Like, I won't really probably worry too much about you know, tapping the chaos resist unless it really becomes a problem later on, or possibly for, like, you know, a high-end, like, in-game boss fight. Maybe it'll be necessary. But I definitely think that amount of chaos resist will kind of carry me through for a while. Okay, so maybe this was a tier 9 map. I thought it was a tier 10, but I grabbed a, I must have grabbed a rare tier 9. Because it says the map's complete, but I didn't get a completion for the quest. Yeah, just so, I mean, let me know what your guys' like experience is, what class, what character you're playing, like how much defense you have. Like, I'm trying to anticipate, you know, if my build is just gonna completely like fall off as soon as I hit, you know, a certain tier of map, but it really has been going very strong, like, so far, at least for like myself. I mean, I don't know, maybe the other builds are just like clearing the maps significantly faster to the point where like this is no good, but like, just let me know. The game's still very early, they're still actively making changes, so usually in that state it's better to just like pick something and then keep playing it, because if you try and like switch to the meta, like whatever you switch to could very potentially, you know, get nerfed before it even before you even like get to the level to take advantage of it. So like, if I were to start like you know, high evasion energy shield monk build, like that could very easily get nerfed before I even like get to a high enough level for it to actually matter. But if I can keep clearing like the content right now and just like farming up currency, etc., it seems kind of like the way to go. The other thing I'm not really sure, and if anybody knows the answer, let me know. Like, is our Atlas passive tree character specific, or is it account like wide? So let's see. Here's a breach. Usually the breaches are a little more scary because of all the chaos damage that tends to come from those mobs. We'll just go ahead and kind of clear out the surrounding area. Looks like we've just about... Nice, we got a tier 10. Yeah, looks like we should have just about every monster cleared here after this pack. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this breach, and then that'll be the end of the video. So here you can see, so my armor with the full stacks was right at about 13k. So I kind of like to do this like right before I start it. Trying to find like a clasp hand. There we go. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm just really not taking... And granted, like, I mean, maybe the bosses hit so hard that it would, like, invalidate my armor? I don't know. But... But I mean, you just saw me kind of like tank a boss a minute ago. Oh, good. I got him. And like he was just hitting me, not really doing any damage. So maybe it's like the super high in-game bosses where it really becomes noticeable. But I still think, I still think that, like, just with the way I'm building the character, it's, you know, I can definitely get more life, I can definitely get more armor, especially once I get hulking form. It's gonna really give me a good stat boost. I would probably pick this up, because that'll give me a few hundred more points of base armor. And then I'm probably just gonna get like a lot of damage, is kind of what I'm planning for the rest of the build. So, but yeah, I just wanted to just give you guys like an idea of what like a heavy armor character kind of looks like and how it's playing for me, at least, just to show you, so you have something to, you know, at least visualize how it's working at the moment in, you know, like a level 74 map. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and remember to give them the D.